Alright, hey guys, I'm back here Racing here tonight, and we are back here today with the Coke 600 for the 2025 season. This is the 13th round on the 2025 Cup Series season here for the CRL in the year-long format. Also, after Talladega not so long ago, there have been a few updates, just add-ons with the league and everything, including the entire golden era of the CRL that was added on for 4 years of racing, basically for a few of the older people in my life and everything like that. And yeah, definitely added on some racing history to the CRL, especially in the Coke 600. So this is now, instead of being the 16th year, it's officially the 20th year of the CRL. That's one big change. So of course, most of these crown jewels, except for Daytona, this will be their 20th go here today here at the Coke 600. This is the 20th edition of the Coke 600. And yeah, the first race was actually won by Kayla's mom, Heather Yates, and I think Billy Yates had a win. Chris Bartlett, and then my dad, Ben Campbell, had 109 before we get to all the current era winners, like Caleb Campbell getting 5 of the wins here. Eli Jossie's an active winner in this race here today, along with Tanya Gray. She won here last year. And Jay Turner and Jalen Bales have also won here more recently. So in today's race here, Caleb Campbell is on the pole here in this one. After a solid run at Dover almost, and then he had an incident late in the race where he ended up wrecking. Lost the points lead a little bit bad to Jet Turner in that one. And Jet Turner did get the points lead. Jalen bounces up second in the points getting into this race here today. Yeah, Caleb's looking to bounce back here at Dover. Ended up wrecking late in that one with Keratin after the tires wore down everything. Kylie Markham, she's actually started second. She's the Rookie of the Year leader, and she's gone back to the top 4 in the points as well. She's had some really good runs lately. She also currently leads the field in top 5s with 6 top 5s so far this season, and it's tied with Caleb and Jet Turner for the most top 10s with 7. The William Bounds 28 car, William, he was the runner-up in the 600 last year in this race, and, with him already missing 8 races on the season, he would definitely love to try to get the win out here tonight in this one, and get himself back in victory lane and try to make up some more ground in the points. Of course, he will be needing to make up ground in the points to really kind of catch probably up to the top 20 by the end of the year. This is kind of a bit of a waste year for Will, honestly, in the Cup Series. But of course, too, we have the 96s, which you will be in fully in this 28 car as well. That we'll be doing pretty soon. And I'll talk about some more during the race here today as well. But yeah, they got Latanya Gray in the 51 car. She won this race last year. Her and William actually had a great battle at the end of that one. Caleb had dominated the race here last year. However, lost out at the end after an incident with Jordan Venza and couldn't really get back up through the field, try to get a good finish. And Latanya ultimately ended up beating William at the end of that one. Then you have Joshua Bartlett in the 17 car for Bart Racing. Haven't really been able to talk about him a lot. He hasn't really had too many great runs this season, but he's in a position to try to get a day. Then you got Kieran Tagorby in the 15 car. Also, if as you noticed too, a few special schemes. That 46 has a special scheme today. The 81 is a special scheme. That's a new Arizona flavor scheme actually for the fruit juice ones. And the 15, instead of being the red Bass Pro car, it's the green Bass Pro car tonight in this one. Yeah, they have Jalen Turner in the number 20, Jet Turner in the 4, Nia J in the 93, Kaylin Khaleesi in 25, and Nia J, she got her first career Cup win last week at Dover, and she's running an inverse IHOP scheme instead of running the blue. She's running the all white tonight in this one. Jalen Bales in number 5, first time she's running their Texas Rouse colors to this weekend, and she'll run that scheme again at Richmond here pretty soon. Alex Hartman in number 55, the Carly C, Megan Bell, Nick Owens, Trinity Wells. She's another newcomer in the field we have added on after Talladega. She's been top 5 both races too in the finishes. I think she was second at Martinsville, and she ended up like 4th or 5th at Dover last week. Good runs for her early on this one, and she'll actually be having a McLaren scheme for Mexico City next week. She's running the Dr. Pepper scheme here in these races. Lena Turner, Vinny Schultz, Emma Barlett. Also, I'm not really sure if I'm on the right cars, by the way, here. So I might just go show the rest field, honestly, and just point out at 61 at Cameron Perkins, another special scheme. That also might be the new full-time scheme for 61. Because I do agree with Cam Spinner some more now. That scheme is nice looking for the Mountain Dew car there. Yeah, the rest of your day, Charlotte. Yeah, sorry, I don't know where the camera is fully, so I'm not going to try to say where everyone else is in the field. But anyway, we're going to get this one rolling here. This is going to be a long race tonight, so I do expect a lot of probably dead air where I don't feel like talking anymore, or just probably some of the video getting cut as well at the same time here in this one. Also, yeah, there we go. We're finally rolling off in this one. So, yeah, tonight, this will be 120 laps here at Charlotte. Last year's race only really had one caution. It was 100 laps here in this one. Like I said, I say a lot in this game. The AI usually, they try to run for every crossing. Usually it's kind of the player car that does make the mistakes happen. And, yeah, Caleb, he's a really good driver, he hates some having to make mistakes happen, make cautions happen. So, but I think in this one today, especially with the losses that really happened within the last week, Caleb really just came into this race weekend basically kind of being on business with everything, trying to, just go up here and show why he's the best driver in the field, honestly, too, at this point, with everything else going on. And, yeah, we'll be seeing the more if you say wrestlers with heels, we might see more of a heel Caleb tonight too, especially if he ends up winning the race here today too. Just let everyone know, hey, I'm not here to lay back. I'm here to come out here and win races. And if you don't care enough, I'm going to keep on winning until you start caring. And yeah, we're going to see that Caleb possibly tonight in this race. And he's already making that statement on the pole here in this one. As we're coming to the green flag here in this one, Caleb and Kylie, first time they're actually on the front row together too, I think, ever in a race right now as well. But anyway, now as the pace car pulls on off here, they'll both leads here to the green flag. 2 CRI cars up front here starting this one. They've dominated the year so far. And we are racing here in the 20th edition of the Coke 600. Alright, as we get started the race going here, so also too with the player car, for some reason, the AI cars get bad jumps. Normally it is a points penalty if Caleb's on pole and the AI car jumps the Caleb on the pole. And leads the first lap here, so Caleb is trying to keep Kylie from getting a points penalty. He is moving around both LaTonya and her, and Caleb takes the race lead. And there we go, Caleb was going to save Kylie's season a bit there, because Kylie is a solid dark horse for the championship. That just saved her 10 points right there. Perkins got that penalty at Phoenix actually for jumping Kylie on the start of the race there. By the way, that's where that penalty's happened for. I think there's probably one almost at Rockingham too, but I don't remember who it got. But yeah, Caleb Campbell leading it early on here. He leads lap 1 easily in this race today after that one. Mark up second. Gray sitting in third. LaTonya, she is 22nd in the points right now early on this season. And all 3 of her teammates, Caleb, Kylie, and Jalen, they are 2nd, 3rd, and 4th in the points. And, LaTonya, she is on the top tier car, driver ratings too, actually. And I don't know what is wrong with this car, but yeah, she has not had the luck that both her teammates have had so far. Kira Turner front early, and Jet Turner your points leader. Jet Turner, it's like, how's he been so good in the points early on the season? He's been very consistent so far this season, and he's really shown here. Also, I think this is the first time the Taco Bell car for this team has been shown. I know Jace ran the scheme actually at Talladega on the 27. But yeah, Jet Turner, pretty good season. Oh, and Joshua Bartlett, he gets a good run in right there. The Fords actually were decently strong, I'll say, in practice. William was really good, actually. He was second to Caleb in the one practice I did before this race here today, or this weekend. Yeah, I ran practice on Thursday, then I had work all weekend. And I was going to do practice this morning before doing the race, but I was like, now I'll go and jump into the race. Actually, this is my 3rd attempt of doing this race, by the way. My first attempt, I think I messed the game up or something. I accidentally made the game cut out because I hit one of the F buttons without hitting the F key you're supposed to do, swap your, where I look was running where and everything like that. Second attempt, it was going good, then I kind of got wrecked, and I was like, no, I'm not having it. It was a decent length through the race, too, and then the last attempt, before this one, I might put the AI all the way down, and I was like, no, it's not fun trying to win for 20 laps, and, I'll talk about more probably during the race here whenever I get to my trash talk area. But yeah, Caleb, like I said, not having a great weekend coming into the race day, and coming here on all business too with against the field today in this one. But yeah, 6 laps in here in Charlotte already, and Caleb, he's actually pulled away. So right now they are actually running close, maybe 1% off of what the actual game put the recommendation on the AI strength. And normally they do run well with Caleb here, or at least one car is, but right now Caleb, he is almost 4 seconds ahead of Kylie Markham right now. Kylie, very good so far this year. Of course, the newest CRL champion as well. And, very, very glad for what Kylie has done so far, although I don't know if she really sees a lot of the race stuff. I know she on my Instagram, she sees whenever I have stories posted for racing those sometimes. But, that's where I usually add on drivers without telling them, and I'm like, if I like you enough, I will add you on as well. But yeah, Kylie Markham, definitely very good so far this year, and I'm definitely glad to see that she has been running well too in the series here with that win at Rockingham. And if there was some more laps at Dover last week, I think she would have been able to get the win overnight if there was at least one more restart after the wreck late in that race. But yeah, unfortunately that did not end up happening. But yeah, Markham, she's been running very good so far this year, and I'm definitely glad to see what she can do the rest of the year, and especially, I know right now there's some early contract talks for 2026. Expect her to stay in this car no matter what, most likely, I would say right now. I am working on that, along with Jalen Downs right now at the moment. But yeah, you have Joshua Bartlett sitting third early on this one. Carrington up here in fourth. And you know, Carrington, he, just like Latanya, needs to have a good run today in this race. He hasn't really had a lot of the good runs to show. I know his ratings got upped a little bit, pretty good. Or he should be running good like this here in this race. And just you know, also along with the Ford speed, they really just need to get up there and try to win more races. Because so far out of the 12 races already, Chevrolet's won 11 of the races. Ford has the only other one. Toyota has not shown up at all. And usually some of the Toyota drivers, they really haven't shown up much anyway, honestly, with everything. So I'm not surprised they haven't really shown up at all. And you have William Bounds right here. Like I said, he's needing to get some good runs here in this field. And this is a really good opportunity for Will, too, tonight in this race. Because, like I said, he's strong in practice as well and all that stuff, too. And Alex Hartman top 10 early on this one. He's running good. Watch out for him tonight in this one, possibly. And he hasn't really had a top 10 yet, surprisingly. I know he's ran up front a little bit, ran pretty well, but hasn't really had the finish. He was actually second, in line to get second at Dover, till that late wreck, because he was involved in that wreck. Caitlin Felicio, she's been running pretty good. Not much else to really say about her. I know we've had a few issues the last few weeks, too, so, yeah, hopefully, I just hope Caitlin has a good run here in this one day, too. Latanya, the Jet Turner, and then Jalen Turner, top 10. Jalen, she has not really been anywhere to be found season either, except for some flashes, especially at Darlington. But yeah, she's right now 13th in the standing, and she was actually a solid championship pick going into this year as well. Of course, this how competitive this field is, especially with what mine are doing. This field will still be very competitive next year. Yeah, Jalen Turner needs to go out there and find some momentum here in the field. Megan Bell, running left early on this one. Nia J over here. Trinity's over here in the top teams. Jalen Bounds, she's almost being nowhere to be found in this race in the middle of the pack here. And, you know, trying to run down that Ford Jet Turner in the point. She is currently second in the standings. But, you know, Jalen also just recently became the female driver with the most career championships. And I don't know if she was happy about it or not. I didn't really get any reaction out of that, too. Like, you know, that was something I've been having an issue too with. You know, only having like what Caitlin Carrington out, everyone caring about all the racing stuff right here and everything. And I'm gonna back off real quick. I'm gonna cut the video real quick. I'm gonna be right back. Sorry about that cut there. So yeah, Jalen, like saying, it's just like, you know, usually people want to post on social media, don't respond to anything. And you know, I doubt they watch a bit these videos too anyway. But yeah, so Jalen Bounds, he's still running good this year though too, and yeah, right now, not looking so good early on in this race of 9. And then, man, Perkins, yeah, this is a nice looking 61 car. So I had the idea of the inverse schemes, like, you know, just look at old school, like where teams would switch up their schemes for the night races. And I figured, hey, why not have some fun with this one, since this was going to be a recorded race as well. I did a couple of the cars. I didn't do all of the cars, because some of them would be very hard to get schemes like this done for. But yeah, so that's really bad for a lot of main drivers. Emma Bartlett, she's been struggling the last few weeks too, actually. In the race, so she's falling back in the points a little bit. But she is still the leading Ford at the moment, 7th in the standings, though. Jace Turner, your Martinsville winner, he's struggling early on this one, 22nd. And then, yeah, you got kind of get everybody else in the field here. Gracie Bartlett, she's actually pretty abysmal back here, too. And Cam Spinner, he did not have a good qualifying run, it looks like, here in this one, early on, in this race. But yeah, we're going to get back to your leaders here in this one. And Cale Campbell, he's been gone, and Joshua is actually up second over Kylie, and then Alex to fourth. That's not surprising. So yeah, Cale Campbell in the lead, Joshua Bartlett second. Like I said, we haven't really talked about Joshua a lot this year, but I will say though, I've been planning on getting another sponsor into the field for another food place sponsor, and I think I will place them on this team. And yeah, Joshua's trying to show good today to get that sponsor, I guess, here after this race. So yeah, I guess he'll run the new scheme at Richmond. I'm not gonna run it in Mexico City next week. Yeah, also this race is being recorded on Monday, May 5th. Happy Cinco de Mayo to everybody. I know this will be on May 6th when this video's out. But yeah, tomorrow, May 6th, will be 1 week to my birthday, too. We'll be running Mexico City on my birthday, actually. So that'll be something pretty fun to see in the CRL next week, although it won't be recorded. But also, while we're talking about races being recorded, I will be starting the CRL 96, likely maybe tonight if I'm feeling good enough. Maybe tomorrow I'll do the first race at Daytona. So, based on the schedule, I'll probably just do the first broadcasted race at the old Atlanta, because Atlanta is not really usually ran on game a lot for like current day stuff. Or I could do Rockingham too, even though we were in Rockingham this year as well. But I probably won't record a lot of those races anyway. The next planned broadcasted race for this series will be Michigan. That'll be the end of this month on Memorial Day weekend, the day after Memorial Day. And then the Daytona night race, I'm definitely going to be trying to get that one into recording as well. So, and then that will be, that's basically the end of the first half of the year, going to the second half of the year for this series here, and that'll be kind of the halfway mark of the year. And after that, I'm not really sure which race I'll do recordings for. Maybe Chicagoland, have some fun with that one, because it's the better Chicago track in my opinion. But anyway, we're currently working 20 laps here at Charlotte, and Caleb Campbell, he has been dominant so far here in this one. And I don't know if nothing else there, but yeah, Caleb Campbell was dominant early on here at Charlotte. Oh, he's catching lap traffic too. Alright, so I feel like cutting a couple laps there. I'll probably cut some more here in this one. So yeah, we're working lap 24 here at Charlotte in this one here. Under 100 laps to go. So yeah, Caleb Campbell leading early on. He is into some lap traffic here. Some of the cars in back. Rick Johnson, Caden Kreider, and Kurt Leifer have been lapped so far in this field. Henry Wall up next here in this one, and everybody else in this one. But yeah, Caleb Campbell leading early on this one. He is really putting it on him here in this one. So actually, so last year I ran Charlotte what 4 times last year I think. This race last year for the year-long format, I actually ran a 600 for the 2000 season. We ran 3 times. Then 2000 would be. I downloaded a day version of this track we ran. Also, I just downloaded the Carousel Sonoma to run on the 96 season as well, actually, today. I just did for the race. But yeah, so, in those races, Caleb, he wrecked out in the daytime one at Charlotte and Jim Ford because he was trying to be a blocker for Caleb, and I think had a race in that race or something like that. But yeah, in the 600s, so Caleb, in the 2000 went first, so Caleb, he was running well that race, ended up being funny getting to the wall, and decided to pit late, and they gave the win to Emma Bartlett in that one. And then in this one, like I said, Jordan, he was actually dominating that race. Led 60 of the laps, I think. And I forgot what it was, but him and Jordan Vincent got together, like him and Leaner about to get together right there. And yeah, it ended up basically kind of costing the race for Caleb, and LaTonya Gray ended up winning this race last year. And yeah, LaTonya actually has fallen out of the top 10. She fell back a little bit, but we're currently, Caleb does have the fastest lap in this race right now. And yeah, 14 seconds ahead of Joshua Bartlett. He's actually pulled away a good amount here. So I will say too, doing 70% on these cars, Caleb basically lapped the back of the field with like lap 4 or something like that. So yeah, definitely, it's crazy though because when it was 92%, they were still a lot closer. So it's crazy the percentages of these cars how they run the ratings. But yeah, Joshua running good very early in this one, I will say. Kylie Markham, she's still sitting third. Her boss Alex Hartman and my boss Alex Hartman right behind her in fourth. He's having a good showing right now early on in this one. William Bounds, he's sitting in 5th. And yeah, so there's Jet Turner, your points leader, and I think I'm gonna get over where Trinity is in the field. She's just outside top 10, number 6 car. Yeah, so Trinity, so she was add-on after Talladega. So like I mentioned, that little super team add-on for Cam Race Incorporated with the 6, 93, and 25. Yeah, this was the last of those cars. And yeah, so Trinity will be running this car for the rest of the year. Also, I will say too, like I've been thinking about already the 2026 roster a little bit. I will probably go to the roster mainly with a lot of my friends I have, like especially from this year, keeping them going next year. And basically gonna be cutting out a lot of the drivers, like unfortunately a lot of the West drivers and a lot of the Toyota drivers too, actually. I think the only Toyota drivers planning to stay are gonna be Grant Green, Nick Owens, and Ozzy. Possibly LaTonya and I are returning, Cheryl Sims are returning. So like basically a lot of the Let's Turn Network people probably not returning since they're usually not active a lot around CRL. But like I said, like spinners, people will say Brady C will still be around too next year. And it really only brings roster down about 26 drivers right now is what I'm thinking. And then we'll see if there's any new drivers I can get, especially when I move down to Statesboro or something like that later on this year. But you know, it's always changes will happen in the league here, and I think though too it will be a pretty good change, and definitely going to have a very competitive field as well. A lot closer of a field where it's hard to lap the field constantly in races too, like what Caleb's doing with the back part of the field right now, which basically that's a lot of field that will not return next year actually, except for Rick Johnson, they'll keep him around. But yes, that's some kind of works we have Trinity. She's running good in these first few races. She also did already get a first CRL win in the NHIS at Las Vegas in the Trinity car. She's driving number 20 there. Naya, she got her first win this year too, along with Gracie Barlett. I think they are the only official first-time winners this year so far, but among overall winners. But so far in the Cup Series, we've had 4 first career wins. Naya last week at Dover, Gracie at Coda, Jet Turner at Phoenix, and Kylie at Rockingham, of course, too. That all got their first career win so far. But yeah, so right now it's working lap 32 in this one. So I will go say with pit stops race, there will at least be 1 stop this race. I'd say it's going to be about the 60s, the midway point in this one. So what I'm saying right now is I'm going to probably cut a couple laps here, and after we do pit stops, I will actually let do the crank it up stuff. But yeah, Caleb currently is lapping here in this one. And yeah, we're going to go to break here again. Caleb in the wall a little bit. Also, that is another kind of theme with the player car when the car can slide the wall right there. So if there's any damage on the car right there on that side, that is why. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's a little bit of damage right there. Man. Yeah, that nice like a Georgia Southern scheme right there too. Also, yeah, Caleb did decide to run this Georgia Southern scheme too. Celebrated his acceptance to Georgia Southern in this one. He was supposed to be in the Roadhouse car this weekend. I think next week he'll be in the car again. But anyway, we'll be back here in a little bit. I'm going to cut a good few laps here since there's really not much going on. And we'll at least be back before pit stops happen in this one. Alright, back here at Charlotte, and we're near lap 50. Jet Turner going down pit road here early on. So this is actually, I think, an unscheduled stop in the race here. I don't know if something was wrong with the Ford car. Of course, the game will not tell me. If it was my car, the game would tell me if I had a penalty for breathing too hard or something like that. But, yeah, Jet Turner down pit road here, coming lap 45, and this has to be an issue on number 4. Like I said, I will not know at all. But yeah, Caleb Cable so far, he's been running very strong. Yeah, they're just changing tires and stuff here, and they definitely will have to pit again before the end of this race. There is no way you're making it all the way to the end of the race on a stop this early on. Yeah, Jet Turner, this is also pretty big for points. I know I'm not sounding too crazy about it, but this is pretty big on the points too here. Jet does have to come down pit road again too, because yeah, he will definitely lose the points lead from Jalen Bounds and possibly Caleb and Kylie's here right now. And yeah, problems for the Ford car here in this one. And Caleb Campbell leading here to lap 46. I'll give it a couple more laps. We'll be back here at lap 50. We'll do a rundown of the field before we get to pit stops. I'm trying to find the 46 real quick here before we cut off. Sorry. Where's 46 at? Yeah, Caleb is also already down on track because he's just too dang fast for everybody. There he is. Lapping 9J right now. Alright, back here at Charlotte again. So we're coming lap 50 right now. So Caleb Campbell, he is in the race lead. So far, he's been very dominant in this race. Now, as we look at lap times comparing him to Trinity there, they are all kind of running similar lap times. High 31.9s to about 32.1, it looks like. Yeah, fast laps there are like in the low 30s, so Caleb with fast lap 30, and then yeah, some of the back market cars are running pretty well so far. Yeah, Caleb Campbell dominant early on this one. He's lapping into the top 10, almost to the top 10. Megan Bell, his last car in the top 10 right now. And yeah, Caleb early on leading this one, and we'll go ahead and I guess go through the field a bit. We'll look for Joshua Bartlett here next, since he is the second place car in the field. And yeah, Caleb definitely very dominant, but Joshua second place right now, 20 seconds behind the 46. Caleb definitely putting a dominant run to this field, but you know, Joshua, like I said, definitely he's running good early on in this one day here in this one. And definitely very good to see him run up front. I've been trying to see when he ended up running up front. Gracie, of course, with that big first career win this year, and then Emma has been very quietly consistent good. Hasn't really good runs lately, so good to see the youngest of the Bartletts get up here and run good in these races. Yeah, the William Bales in third, like I said, this is the race that he needs to have here in this one night, and already he is checking everything off except for going for the win. Of course, it might be a little hard to go through the night, honestly, in this one, but William Bounds, good night so far in this Coca-Cola Ford Mustang, and as long as he can just keep it up here in the top 5, I think he'll be fine here in the results. Alex Hardman, this is his best run so far since he started running the CRL here at Darlington. And like I said, he's had some good runs here. There's not the finishes he's needed. And yeah, today is looking to be another good one. Kylie Markham, 5th place, your Rookie of the Year leader. She's doing what she needs to do also to get a good run in the points here. 21 back, I believe, or like 26 back to Jet Turner. This race towards Jet Turner. Just had to get up the road early, and I will expect him to need to take another pit stop after the whole field does pit. We have Kylie Markham, definitely a good night so far. Night in this one, very glad to see her running very good. And then Kirtan Degorbai, he is right now running 6th place on Kate Summers. They are both battling for this position right now. Good night for him. Kate Summers, some of the Toyotas, they haven't lost their consistency a little bit. So good to see Kate right up here. We got Kirtan. Definitely good to see him up here in the 15 car. This is where I've been kind of expecting to try to run these races in the top 10. And tonight's a good one here to hopefully make some moves to go for a first win down the line here this season. And yeah, we'll be watching Kieran very close here in racing, especially in the 960s. We'll see what he can do there. But yeah, right now it's 15 car. Running really good right now in this one. Like I say, Kate Summers. Definitely good run here so far. The leading Toyota in the field. Yeah, definitely good to see Kate get up here a little bit. Then you have Braden C running top 10. He's been very quiet today. And Braden is 5th in the Cup Series standings, so definitely helping to have some good runs here in these races here. And yeah, good run so far, Braden C. Then Kaylin Calicio, she's the first car 1 lap down in 9th, having another solid outing here tonight. She's been actually running very solid in these races so far. Mega Bell as well. There's actually a whole pack of the mid 20 cars. Perkins, Jalen Turner, Trinity, Eli, Naya, all right here. Jace Turner, your Marsville winner, and of course Naya won Dover last week. They're both right here as well. Jace Turner getting through the field a little bit. Emma Bartlett, Nick Owens, Jet Turner, of course, he is 2 laps down. Also, Austin Caldwell had pitted as well, I think, and yeah, he's not really much of a factor compared to how much of a factor Joe would be in this race here to be pitting like that. Yeah, Jalen Balance, she's been pretty abysmal tonight, unfortunately. 23rd right now on the field, already a lap down. And yeah, Gracie, she's actually shockingly not running good too in this one. But yeah, that's really about it here. And yeah, Kale Campbell's still easily in the lead, and I think I lost where the 46 was again, or it's just because Josh was right there, and then Kale's already lapping near these guys and gals right here. Well, guys and one gal. Kylie's the only girl when I get that group right there. Yeah, Case Edwards up to 6 right now too, and yeah, Kale Campbell about to go here, lap Brady C. And we are definitely pretty close to pit stops here. I'm going to spectator, and we will wait to see those pit stops start here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Here. And so funny too is I ran his race this morning actually, and I actually had fallen asleep for a while after the race. I was very tired. I've worked all weekend. I'm going to Mother's Day too. I'll be working all weekend again before my birthday as well. So in Mexico City, that race will be next week in the CRL here for the Cup Series. First time in Mexico City. I was originally going to do the Horizon Mexico track I have in this game, but I was like, no, let's do the real life one, the real track. And I did do some testing there. I did struggle in the test, so hopefully I'll be able to find something good there. Now I'm going to try to win the race. I know Monday being my birthday. I mean, I don't mind losing then. As long as it's someone good, I lose to. But yeah, Mexico City next week, another road course here on the season. And I'm just going to have some fun with that race there. I'm not sure how pitting will be, if you have to pit or anything, stuff like that. So yeah, that'll be a fun one next week when we go to Mexico. We're hitting halfway here at Charlotte. In the Coke 600, Cale Campbell, he's led every lap of this race. It was funny, Kylie did challenge early on and started the race for the actual start. But Caleb has been unchallenged since right now. And some damage on the side of that car. I don't know if the team will try to repair that or not. On pit road, if they do, we might lose some time to that a little bit. But yeah, Cale Campbell so far pretty flawless here at Charlotte. Just waiting for pit stop start up here. Jet Turner and Austin Cola have already pitted. I would expect them to pit one more time since I don't think they have enough fuel or tires. Hold on, the fuel window is about 66 laps here, and I'll say running the race down, they extended to 70, so that's why I'm waiting a little later to pit this race. Oh, there's Darren Walker with an issue on the 8 car. I think he's blowing up actually. Let's see, we can go back and see. Yeah, he's blowing up there. He might be done for the night. Yeah, he's done for the night there. Unfortunately for Darren Walker, although we haven't really seen him much this race. And Caleb looking to try lap Kierton. He might wait to lap Kierton after pit stops. I don't know yet. But, yeah, Caleb Campbell, good run tonight here. This one is Charlotte. Ooh, him and Kierton made some contact. And it was unfortunate, too, with Caleb and Kierton. Both times Caleb ran the disc golf car in the races, especially last week at Dover. They both have wrecked into each other, unfortunately, at Rockingham and at Dover. Yeah, 2 high tire wear tracks too, but Rockingham was just a funny mistake, and Dover wasn't the tire wear kicking in really bad on both cars. They both just got together, and then it was actually, I didn't really get a replay of the wreck, but the 15 did a weird run into the wall, then flip on its side or something like that, like just Beyblade around. And the Kale's car did something similar. Kale's car actually went on top of Latanya Gray and took her out. Latanya was having a good day in Dover too. The Jalen Turner was caught too in that one. But yeah, I should be expecting pit stops here in another lap or two. And spoilers ahead, the 46 will start the pit stops too. That's why I'm on the 46 still. But yeah, Cale Campbell, good day here so far in this one. And we're just really waiting on pit stops here in this one. Then I'll do I guess let the cars kind of race around, and I'll turn the speaker up, or you can turn your own volume up to at home or whatever. But yeah, Cale Campbell early on this one, leading this whole race so far tonight. This one not even really halfway through this race already. And yeah, Case over his left car, into the wall, right beside Rick Johnson there. And Cale has really been the only one I've seen able to make moves on the outside lane here. That's something cool, I guess, compared to the player car and AI cars. Cale's able to make those moves on the outside lane there. And, use a highline, not try to be a one-groove, one-trick pony driver running one lane. And there's the 46 making a hard turn down on the track. I think Cale is going to pit this time. We will be seeing the green flag pit stops here, and we will stay with the 46 as Cale does go down pit road. Joshua Bartlett, I think he will follow with Caleb here in this one. And there goes the 46 down pit road. Let's go to spectator view so you see the 46 right there. Yeah, Caleb, just a very good race so far. And, able to make the tires work. Wasn't sure how long these tires would last on the track, and yeah, they lasted almost 70 laps here basically in this one. That's pretty dang good. Yeah, I mean, Charlotte's not as bad with tire wear compared to Dover either though. So let's see. Yeah, Barlow's on pit road too now. That's another car lead lap. Alex Hartman is still out. He'll get to the lead here in a little bit, I think. But yeah, Cale Campbell on pit road, and yeah, there's the pit crew putting the tires on, and I'll go say too, they are going to repair the damage, so Cale's going to be stuck on pit road for a minute. And I don't think they tried putting enough fuel in the car either. I heard they were doing 1/2 cans there, and Cale was telling them to do 2 cans, and probably grilled them on the radio after that one. But yeah, so anyone else going down pit road here in this one? There's Joshua, there's William. So some of your top running cars, there's Keratin right there in the 15. So yeah, pit road is starting to get busy. Some of the front runners, there's Carly C on pit road right there in this one. And yeah, Alex still up front. He'll be leading this lap definitely officially now. Yeah, there goes Joshua Barlow off pit road. Actually, he's off ahead of Caleb here, so they're both going to be running for the lead when this all cycles through. And yeah, so let's see anyone else on pit road here. Anyone else significant on pit road? If not, we'll go watch that battle between them two. Trinity on pit road. Emma, Jace, Jalen Bales. There she is. And yeah, let's go there's Alex going on pit road. Alex and Kylie Markham going on pit road together. And where's Caleb and Joshua? There's Caleb, there's Joshua Bartlett. He could get to the lead here in a moment. But yeah, right now 17. There's a lot of cycle around here right now at the moment. They're outside of top 10. Both of them are. Yeah, Joshua Bartlett right now ahead of Caleb Campbell in this one. And yeah, Caleb was 20 seconds ahead. I think it was about 20 plus seconds of damage repair on the side of that 46 car, trying to get that car nice looking for the rest of this race. And here comes Caleb instantly to get around the 17 car. And Campbell, he's going to get that race lead back no matter what now. Oh, almost at Rick Johnson. He keeps it off the 26 though. Kylie and Alex were on pit road. There's Alex getting off pit road, and then Kylie Markham there as well. Latanya Gray, she's falling back a bit too here, and you can't see the 81. She's behind the pylon there. Yeah, there's Caleb Joshua. They're battling. Joshua battling back there in this one. Bartlett giving Caleb a challenge here for the possible race lead. But right now, Megan Bell has scored the race leader, and let's see, is she on pit road yet? There's Megan Bell. Megan on pit road. Jalen Turner on pit road. They are some of the current leading drivers in this field. And I think this will be it among all the drivers scored in the front. And yeah, Cale Campbell will come around. And he'll get back to the lead here in this one, nearing 50 laps to go. But yeah, right now Megan Bell's the score leader, but I think Caleb will get to the lead right here in this one. And the 46, back to the lead. Caleb nearly lost the lead Joshua Bartlett because they stayed longer to repair the damage on the side of the car. But with how strong the 46 was in the first part of this race already, Caleb was able to afford that repair on the car too. It's not like where he had the funny mistakes last few times here in the 600 races to lose the race like that. But yeah, Cale Campbell back to leading this one. After 50 laps to go, and why not? Let's go on board and do some crank it up here at Charlotte. yeah, Cale Campbell's still in the race lead here after pit stops. Of course, he almost lost the lead there with the pit stop he had. Also, so far, 79 only laps in this race here. Only one car out of the race right now. That's Darrell Walker. He had a valve issue, I think, on that car. 17 on lead lap. I do expect more cars to go lap down here in this one. And, you know, just going to cut a little bit more of the air here. We'll get to the final few laps here at Charlotte. We're going to cut about another 10, 15-ish laps here before we get to the end of this one here tonight here in the Coke 600. Alright, back here lap 90, so 30 laps, 31 to go here in the Coke 600 right now. So yeah, Caleb about to get back to lapping to the top 10 again. Working on Megan Bell and Jason Reigns. We was working around this whole pack here in the cars, and Jan Turner, after pitting early on, definitely lost his tires a bit. He was falling backwards throughout that pack, Caleb went through. Also, Caleb nearly wrecked twice with Alina Turner in two corners consecutively. But yeah, so 30 to go here in this one. And so far, definitely a very good run for Caleb this one night. So I should go ahead and mention too, it's actually been 8 years since Cale Campbell has won the Coke 600 for the Mainline Cup Series. It was 2017, a great battle between him, Jay Cooper, Duncan Patel, and Eli Johnson that one. Eli's last 600 win was 2015. That was his only 600 win. Caleb and Billy Yates were the only multi-time 600 winners. Yeah, Eli, I think it was him versus Caleb in 2015. 2022, I know Jace won it. I forgot who really raced within that race. I think he kind of dominated that one. 23, Jalen Bell, she definitely dominated that one. And of course, last year, LaTonya Gray got the win after Caleb lost the race. So LaTonya versus Gray. And actually, let's see who is actually in second place right now to Caleb. The 55 car is actually now running second. Alex Hartman has gotten to second place, and you know, I think he's a little sad he DNF'd last week, so it's fair, I guess, for him to get up here and get in second place right now in this one. And you know, if Caleb wasn't in God mode right now, yeah, I think Alex would definitely be trying to battle him for the win here. You know, Caleb, like I said, Caleb can race sustainable business. Really, I mean, really, it's been you know weird last month or whatever, Caleb, last few months and everything else going on, and this last weekend especially with some stuff yesterday too. And, you know, I'm surprised Caleb was dominated, but yeah, Alex running very good. Joshua Bartlett still top 3. William Bouncy still up here, too. Case Summers up to 5th there. I didn't know after pit stop, too, that Jet Turner was near the front as well, but of course he's falling back here, so. He will be pitting again, I think, too, definitely for the end of the race. Eli Johnson, like I said, a 2015 600 winner right here as well. And, you know, the only other good attempt I had of this race today I did was actually Eli and Caleb actually running 1-2. I kept blocking Eli down the backstretch, and he ended up wrecking me, and the game wouldn't let me get the car running because the front tires were kind of gone in that moment. But yeah, if that race still stood, Eli would have had like a 50-point penalty for taking out the race leader like that. Yeah, then there's Kylie Markham, Bracy, and Carrington Thorby all together, and there is Caleb Campbell once again. Yeah, that 46, like I said, Caleb came into this weekend just saying, you know, I'm all business this weekend. I'm going to go out here and go for the win. Just show everybody I am not here to mess around and be treated like crap, basically, at the end of the day, too. That's really everything at the end of the day, you know, just people, you know, being people and everything. And, you know, better to take it out on the racetrack than take it out to people in person, too, honestly. And, yeah, Caleb definitely has shown that. And, you know, this race could have been worse. He could have been already like 5 laps ahead of this race. And, fortunately, my good side did not want to let that happen. But yeah, Caleb Campbell definitely, he has dominated his Cup 600 so far in this one. And yeah, so far, coming near lap 100. I think he's only not led 3 laps so far. And there's on the pit stops. Megan Bell led a lap, and Alex led 2 laps there in the 55 car, I think. Or it's the other way around. 2 laps, 1 lap. You'll see in the results after the race. But yeah, Caleb Campbell, he's looking to work on that 15 car now here. We'll stay with him here for a little bit. And yeah, lapping into the top 10, Caleb was actually almost to the top 5 before pit stops, and he had to go on pit road. But you know, also too, actually, we'll get Eli here today. I do want to talk more about Eli actually a little bit as well. Talk good about him in the series so far here. Big game around Carrington here. And Carrington, definitely a good points run for him to get a top 10 tonight in this one. Same thing with Kylie, another good run for her. She's been on a very good momentum run lately. And you know, I will not be surprised if she does end up winning Mexico City next week, but knowing this game, it's going to make her qualify about 20th somehow. She's a very good workhorse racer, and she is not going to be able to move through the field because I think that game will probably have it be where the pole center wins the race. And if I'm on the pole, I'm probably not winning. but that's how this game likes to go. But yeah, Kylie definitely very good run. A lot of good momentum these last few weeks since the Talladega race. Actually, if you take out Talladega, she's had really good runs. I think her last bad run would have been Bristol before, where she was like 20th or something. The rookies did not do well at Bristol, and all the rookies did not do well at Bristol. She was not doing good. Megan, Gracie here, they all struggled at Bristol when Caleb won that one. And that was a race after my grandfather's funeral too, by the way. But yeah, right now as we're watching Kylie Barton get live by Caleb Campbell, man, they could have had a great battle early on this race too. It would be really fun to see them 1v1 in one of these races here this year. We haven't really gotten to see that fully yet. Almost had it at Phoenix though, but it didn't really end up happening. And yeah, lap 100, there's Gracie right there. Caleb can't get these guys and gals, but yeah, Eli Johnson, he's actually been doing very good in the points. I thought he was like more at the bottom of the 20s, but he's actually been up to 12th, I think, after last week. And I think right now where it stands, he'd be 11th in the standings after this race, running good. And you know, Eli's actually, he's really good at Charlotte. I know he has at least 2 wins here. He has that 600 win. He has a fall race win here as well, from back in the day. So you know, Eli Johnson knows the way around the track. He has 120 laps to go, and yeah, just really good here in Charlotte. And very good to see him. Very glad to see him running good. And of course, not having given him that penalty because I did review this race again. But yeah, Eli Johnson running good here in this one. We're at 20 laps to go. And Caleb Campbell, just a dominant performance. And I'm gonna expect her to be one more time for a little bit here for you in this race, but I'm not gonna go anywhere now. And we'll get to the end of this race here in a little bit. Alright, 15 to go in this one, and yeah, Caleb just a dominant night here at Charlotte. Really nothing else really to talk about. Caleb just dominated this race so far today, you know, nothing crazy going on. We've had a good few passes. I know when I went doing the no talking with the crank it up stuff, we had some good track balance. Saw Jalen and Latanya there for a bit. You know, and Braden right now. Yeah, Kylie here, they're battling for 8th right now in this one. And you know, Kylie actually, she's done very well in the last two. Atlanta, she was actually runner-up. You know, actually Atlanta was worse than this race is, and I think Atlanta had a strong AI rating too, difficulty too actually. Caleb had won that race by about 2 laps, I would say. Well, technically 1 lap. I think Kylie ended 1 lap down in that one. Everyone else was at least 2 laps down. And Spinner ended up being the 3rd place car in that one, at the end of that one. The Megan Bell up here, top 10. And you got 3 rookies right on the end, top 10 here. Kirsten, Kylie, and Megan right here. Gracie Barlett hasn't had a good night. Caitlin, another solid run for her. Trinity, I think she's back in the mid to the top 20. Jace is too, along with Jalen Bounds. And yeah, not a good night for Jalen, but definitely with Jet's issues though, she's going to gain some points here. I think she will pass him. However, with Caleb, and his domination tonight. I think Caleb Campbell will be back in the points lead after this race here. We'll see the points after the race, of course, too. Man, Jalen Turner, another abysmal run where it's like, man, she could have ran a lot better. And I don't know what it is with some of the teams where I think they should run good. Well, it's the NR2003 where it makes her cars I think will run good, not run good too. But yeah, it just happens in these races here. And yeah, and Nia J, after her first win, stuck in 23rd right now. Not a great night for her. I mean, she will definitely jump in the points, though. She's ahead of a lot of people in the back in the points. And there's Alex right there in the 55 car. Currently second place. Definitely going to be a career best night here for Alex here early on. And, like, you know, like I said, with 2026, already look at 3 drivers to be rookies. Alex, Kayla, and Trinity. They'll definitely be rookies, full-time rookies next year. And you'll see in the points, too, where I have a little asterisk on their name. Because they're not actually all rookies yet. Yeah, actually, William Joshua, they were just battling for 3rd, and Williams got around Joshua for that spot. And, you know, definitely good for the Fords to show up a bit here as well. They've done pretty decent this year. Not too great in the points, but in the races they've done pretty decent. You know, Williams probably should have won Talladega when we came back to the race, but yeah, didn't end up getting that end. His sister got that win. Yeah, the Joshua helping the Bart Racing team show good, but Johnson Racing with Eli's team. This 28, the 55's on that team, and the 15, they've all had a pretty good night as well. So definitely good job to them tonight in this one. 11 laps to go. Caleb Black and Grant Green in the 7 car. And Grant, he hasn't gotten that first win yet, but I think he'll run pretty solid here pretty soon. That car's ratings are a little bit boosted up a bit. Nia J, her ratings got boosted up too, and that's how she ended up anyway in the NR2003 side. But yeah, Caleb, good lap. Joshua up to the top 3. And now is where 10 laps go, 9 laps to go. Will Caleb be able to run down Alex Harmon here? He's already going to be working with Williams here with the next lap here in this 46 car. But yeah, Caleb Campbell, just a dominant night here at Charlotte. And you know, this really is kind of what Caleb needed, honestly, after how this whole weekend's gone. And yeah, good run here tonight by Caleb Campbell. And you know, it's gonna be fun because I do plan to actually post a recording of the last lap in this race, and I have a fun little post to I guess spike the crowd up a little bit after the race. But yeah, good race tonight by Caleb Campbell, coming to 8 laps to go in this one here at Charlotte, and you know, domination here today in the Georgia Southern scheme, the special scheme tonight, and you know, like I did say too, the Nova Disc Golf cars and Adidas cars, they have not fared well. They're all the 4 cars so far that Caleb has an official DNF in. He's ran well in the Arizona schemes and the Roadhouse cars before too. I'm excluding Coda because of the game doing the penalties. That was not an official DNF for Caleb this year. And of course, next week we'll have the Arizona hard one. I think the Watermelon scheme comes back at Richmond. I'm looking at it right now, and yeah, Roadhouse is back on at Michigan. We'll see that on the recording race. Next recording race I'm doing. And Daytona back to the Arizona hard car. Also, that is actually the Arizona hard for me versus Kylie. Those schemes too. I'll be running the Strawberry 2 run the main one. But yeah, good race tonight though for Caleb Campbell in general. And yeah, just getting near in this one. And for Caleb Campbell, 5 Coke 600 wins. He won the first one in his first full-time year in 2010. And you know, officially too, Caleb is the longest 10-year driver in the series still. Only 4 combined overall. Only 6 seasons Caleb has not actually raced in. Those 6 Golden Era seasons. And the 2 short track series seasons I did when I had that be kind of more newer short track driver base for drivers who didn't really have opportunities that can be more for the Cup Series just yet. Yeah, Caleb, he won 2010. I believe he also won 2012, 13, 14 all together, 3 years in a row. And yeah, 2017, like I said, that great battle with he had a great battle that day, all day with Duncan, Jake, and Eli in that one. That was one of my favorite past races, especially here for Charlotte, that Caleb was in for a race win. And you know, definitely a lot of cool skins Caleb's won in too, or almost won in. You know, that 2016, Caleb lost to Duncan Boutel in the Captain America scheme, actually. That was when they had the Civil War movie out. It was Captain America vs. Iron Man. I was Captain America, and Duncan was Iron Man. And you know, I ended up winning the war anyway, like Captain America won the war and all that. But anyway, 4 laps to go, and the Georgia Southern scheme, looking like the Eagles might fly to victory lane. It'll be the right Eagles, not the ones that won Super Bowl. But, yeah, so we're at 4 laps to go, and Caleb Campbell dominating, and I don't think he's going to catch Alex by the end of the race. He is still a whole straightaway ahead. But never say never, too. But, you know, once again, good races for everybody else. Definitely everybody in the top 10 getting some good runs tonight in this one. And the points battle will definitely be shuffled a little bit, go to Mexico City. And, you know, for Caleb, like I said, I don't know how Mexico will be next week for this 46 car. I'm a little scared because I did the lowest. I'm gonna have it be on the lowest computer rating anyway, and I feel like 8 hours will be faster for me no matter what. So we'll see how that one goes after practice on Thursday. But yeah, Caleb Campbell just go ahead and get a good points buffer in this race. If he does get to the lead, gets to the lead pretty good. Because he can afford a little bit of a bad race in Mexico, not too bad though. And then go to Richmond, run pretty good, try to run pretty good there. And then Michigan will likely be good for Caleb too. He runs well in Michigan as well. He's won the last 2 Michigan races in the Cup so far. But right now, as we're working 2 laps to go, comes the white flag next time by, and Caleb Campbell, an absolute curb stomping of this field day, leading. Look right now, 115 or 16 of the laps here in this one today. He's led all but 3 laps so far, and comes to the white flag this time by Caleb Campbell. Like I said, an absolute curb stomp of this field. White flag in the air. 1 lap to go, and Caleb Campbell, he started off his career in his first year winning the Coke 600, and his last 600 win, like I said, was 2017, 8 years ago. And Caleb Campbell, that's the last time he's also won at Charlotte in the Cup Series. He's an 8-time winner on this track. Down the for final time. Like I said, an absolute curve stomping of the field tonight in this one. Come 3-4 for a final time, and for the first time in 8 years, win number 5 on the season. And Caleb Campbell, he said he's standing on business today, leaving it all out on the track, and that's exactly what he does. Caleb Campbell wins the Coke 600 for 2025. Caleb Campbell wins the Coke 600. Nick Owens on pit road. Joshua Bartlett comes home third. William down second. These guys all right here finishing top 10, but they were all lapped down, and I can't get the rest of the cars because the camera is messing up on me. There's Kylie and Kierton right there. But Caleb Campbell dominates here at Charlotte. And yeah, what a run there. And Alex Hartman, he'll come around and get second here and be second place here in this one. But Caleb Campbell, he dominates this one here at Charlotte tonight, leading all but 3 laps on the 120 lap race. There is your race winner. As Caleb Campbell, he'll slowly get to the front stretch here, and the fans will be on their feet here celebrating your race winner. Congratulate your race winner too, I guess. And we'll see Caleb do a Polish victory lap, and then we'll get to the burnouts here at Charlotte. Man, what a race, and a caution-free Coke 600. This is I will say for a fact, this has to be the first time in league history for any of the styles of racing there's been a caution-free Coke 600. This race being the longest race of the year, along with Sutter 500. That is a stat, and also call about to kill Caleb as he's about to do a celebration. But yeah, Polish victory lap for Caleb. Also, more stats here: 6 Coke 600 win, most all time, of course, in the CRL. 9th career win at Charlotte. Leads all time here at Charlotte Motor Speedway in the Cup Series. First win at Charlotte in 8 years, too, by the way. His last win was that Coke 600 in 2017. And 124th Cup win. I believe his 414th overall in the league. And his 22nd win this year. Caleb does lead into wins. However, he's not been #1 ranked driver. That's been Jalen Bales lately, especially with that championship run she had in the last B Mart era Cup Series season. But yeah, Caleb Campbell, still a very good year so far. 22 wins this year. He's going to win a good few in 96 season, I bet, as well. Probably get, at least, I say, 2 more in this series this year. And the video game division, he might dominate that a little bit, too. But anyway, Caleb Campbell getting a salute to fans here. And he'll get to burn it down here in the George scheme. And, you know, Caleb definitely, I'm not going to say the slogan out loud. He definitely did that little slogan there, that GATA. Caleb definitely did that tonight. Stood on business like he said he was going to. And he wins the Coke 600 for the 6th time in his career. Alright, here comes Caleb. He's going to do the burnouts here. Also, Charlotte, a little hard to do the burnouts too, honestly, so he's going to probably struggle here early on in this one. But yeah, Caleb Campbell, big race win here tonight, Charlotte too. And without a doubt, he will be the points leader out of this race too, by the way. I think he was the 121 behind you. I think Callie was like 26 back. And there we go, Kale doing the burnouts here in Charlotte. That's he's your race winner, and he is going to celebrate this one here tonight. Alright, Kale parking the grass there. Let's go look at your results and your points after the race here at Charlotte. Alright, 1 hour 14 minutes of recording in this one now. So Cale Campbell, your race winner Charlotte, like I said, man, an absolute curb stomping of the field tonight in this one. See, Alex Emily won a lot there in a second. And Cale, great run here tonight. And, this is really what he needed, especially after everything going on lately. And yeah, big win for that 46 teamer as well. Alex Hartman, good job to him in second. I will go say that right now. That was really good, really fun to see him get second place there. I think he'll be happy about that result in this one. William Bounds, top 3 for him. Good run for Will there to keep it top 3 and get some more points up here. We'll see the points where all the drivers are. Of course, William all the way in the bottom among the full-timers because he missed a few races, but I will say he did pass some I think he passed one driver at least in the full-time drivers in this race. Joshua, great run for him in fourth. Eli Johnson, those Fords, they showed up tonight to do pretty good here. I will give my hats off to them in this one. Eli very good in this one, getting a top 5 too at the end of this one. Great to see Kay Summers, Megan Bell, Kieran Corby, Kylie Markham, all your top 10. Great job to all of them here in this one. Definitely being able to go the distance here in this race is definitely very impressive with how long of the race this is. So very good to see them all run good here at the end of this one. Caitlin, Emma, Jace, Gracie, Cameron Perkins, Jalen Bounds, Latonya Gray, Cam Spinner, Trey Wells, and Jalen Turner are all your top 20. And everybody else here back in the field, Naya in 22nd after winning last week at Dover. She had a good start, but didn't really get a good race there. Actually, I think because of how bad my car started, a lot of people did end up falling back early on in the race. That's kind of my bad. Of course, that's also how the game is with the player versus the AI, too. That's always a thing you got to look at with this game. Nick Owens DNF late. I don't know what happened with his car. We saw him on pit road there when we were getting to the end of the race, though. Jet Turner, he came back to get 32nd. Definitely is going to lose the points lead here. And I've been waiting for the 4 car to lose some of that momentum because Jet has been very consistent and lucky a lot this season so far early on. Not like Logano winning races Mickey Mouse way luck, but yeah, Jet Turner definitely. About time he didn't have a great run there in this one, and I mean not a good run, not a great run, but I wanted to at least try to make the points battle more competitive. Of course, I know Mexico City I probably won't run good. I gotta hope Jalen and him and Kylie run good. We're the main 4 in the points battle. Then Brady C is right there on us too. Actually, then it's a bit ways, or well, we're gonna get the points anyway in a second. But yeah, everybody else here in the field. Caldwell, a few more laps after he had to probably pit again too, just like Jet did. And Darren Walker, he had a piston failure whenever during the pit cycle before it started actually. And then yeah, it's really bad. So here are your points now after 13 races on the season. Week 14 up next, and then we'll be of course the next recorded race for the channel will be race 16, the midway cutoff at Michigan. Yeah, Cale Campbell does get to the points lead of 25 over Jalen Bounds. And Jalen ran a bit better tonight. I think should have been a lot closer or possibly in the points lead. But yeah, of course, the game didn't give her a good hand tonight in this one. Kylie Markham, third in the standings. A CRI, 1, 2, 3. Not that early on the race. Latonya was all the way down. They were basically second, third, fourth. They are now top 3. Campbell Racing Incorporated this year. This is comparable to like that 2017 team with Caleb, Ezekiel, Duncan, and Jake, where they were all really good all year. They had a 1, 2, 3, 4 finish that year. I highly doubt that happened in this game though. They got 1, 2, 3, 4. But yeah, definitely very, very, very cool to see them all running top 3 in the points. Of course, Kylie is also the Rookie of the Year leader right now. She's been Rookie of the Year leader for a lot of the season, except for after Daytona when Gracie was leading it. Jet Turner, Brady C, they are running out of the top 5 here in this one. And, this might be your main battle here. I don't know what Kate could do. Emma, she had to get some good runs. Jace Turner as well. Megan Bell, ranked top 10 in points too. She's doing very well for Cam Spinner's team here in this series. Gracie Bartlett, also still top 10 in standings. And Eli, he's actually right behind Gracie in the points there, the top 11. And it's a bit of a drop to Nick Owens, Jalen Turner, who's hasn't been running that good. Spinner, he's back here too. So is Joshua Bartlett. Cameron Perkins, he's falling back a little bit. Carrington right here as well. I think Carrington, he'll probably work to gain up some more. I think some of these guys can gain up some more. I think Nick Owens will get passed by a good few of these drivers eventually. Carly C, Vinny Scholes, Latanya. I think Latanya, if she gets some good runs back here going, she almost had a good one night, but I think she fell back there at the end of this race and didn't really finish well. Ozzy, she was top 20 for a while this season, really running Ozzy a little better than the main Toyota team. She's an independent driver too. Cheryl Simmons, Grant Green, Nia James to 24th. She didn't really gain any spots after winning Dover, but she gained the spots up after this race tonight, actually, over all the drivers she was near. This little group right here. Kaylin Calicio actually has passed, and Alex Harmon, they have actually passed a good few of the drivers who've been running the back a lot this season early on in the points. I have an asterisk next to their name because they're not really officially in the points battles here. They're just here for fun, and they'll be officially rookies along with Trinity next year. William did pass Caden Kreider finally after this race today. I don't see William get given the points here too. I think he'll get some good runs here pretty soon to do that. But yes, that does kind of do here for your points in this one. Does it for your race in general. Thanks everybody for watching this race. If you did, one of my comments I made today was I made this race, put effort. I worked 3 hours on this race this morning basically, and I already know it's gonna probably have like 4 people who don't really care about it. I mean, I know the views will be pretty solid, but anyway, I just appreciate all the support on the video. I mean, at least leave a like on it, possibly too. But yeah, definitely was a very fun race to do here. I do love doing these races all in 2003 with this series here. Love having my friends and family in the series too as well. And I guess mainline YouTube supporters too a good bit. And yeah, definitely great year so far. Next week will be Mexico City for the series here on my birthday. And that'll be another fun one I'll be having ran on the channel. CRL 96 will debut pretty soon as well. I do plan to try to get that season started this week. I might say screw and do the first race tonight. But anyway, this is Mikhail Campbell with the Camp Race League signing out, and I'll see y'all in the next one.